So now we are going to start talking about a new data structure, stack. Okay. So what are stack? Stack is a interesting linear data structure. It is again a linear data structure that actually is going to implement things in the form of LIFO format. Okay. What is this LIFO format? LIFO means last in, first out. Now, what do you mean by last in, first out? Now, what is this last in, first out kind of like a format? In order to understand stacks, I always take this example. At any point of time, if you have been to any kind of a ceremony or some marriage or some birthday party or anything, generally there is a stack of plates that is present in front of you, right? Now, with this stack of plates, do you pick up the plate from between? No. You always pick up the plate from the top. Okay. Now just think about it. This topmost plate must have been added at the very last. Can I say that? Just think about it. If you have to prepare this set of plates, then you put one plate here, then on the top of it you put this plate, then this, then this, then this, so on. And at last you are going to put this plate, which is on the top. Can I say that? Right? This plate is going to be placed at the very last. But when you are going to pick up the plate, this plate is going to be picked up first. That's what last in, first out means. That the data that has been inserted at the very last has been picked up very first. Right? This is something that we have to keep in mind. That stack supports last in, first out kind of a format. So for example, if let's say we prepare a stack. Now inside stacks, to insert anything, this insertion operation we also refer as push. And the deletion operation we refer as pop. Okay. So let's say if I want to push the data 1, then I want to push the data 20. So what will happen? I will first of all add 1 here. And then on the top of this one, I will add 20. Then let's say I say push 33. On the top of 20, I will push 33. If I say push 65, on the top of 33, I'll push 65. Now, can you see? 65 has been added at the very last. Now, if I want to remove any element from the stack, I cannot remove anything from between. These elements are not removable. What do we have to do is, we will call the pop function, and the pop function will always pick up the topmost element and remove it from the stack. Right? So that's how stack works. That if you want to insert something, you name it as push. If you want to delete from the top, you call it as pop. You can only delete from the top. You cannot delete from between. That is something that you have to keep in mind. Okay. That means every insertion and deletion, both of the things, every insertion and deletion, both of the things are actually done from the top only. Now, if I want to add something like, for example, push 19. If I want to add something, this 19 is going to be pushed from the top only. Right? Okay. That's why we say last in, first out. Last in means the element that has been added at the very last is the first element to be removed. That's what stack actually refers to. So before moving forward in the video, I would like to tell you about the brand new offering of Algocamp, which is the Lambda 5.0 course. So this is the 5th iteration of the flagship advanced backend development course with Node.js, but this time it's bigger and better. This time Algocamp has introduced a lot of new projects. The whole ecosystem is going to be more AI powered. There are projects including Lovable Clone, your own AI fitness tracker, own AI interview planner and interview prep, I would say, tool. There is some deep engineering concepts around distributed transaction, using which you're going to make a payment system or a payment wallet system altogether. There's going to be a workflow manager project. You're going to try to understand how exactly you can use the concepts of, let's say, CDC in order to implement different different projects, a lot of deep technical projects and deep technical understanding you are going to get. This particular course is going to focus on making sure that you understand the system architectures and deep system concept that a lot of senior engineers are always involved with, and try to make projects on top of that. You are going to see actual scaling strategies, replication strategies, how you can make sure that your system is fault tolerant, and concepts around, let's say, Kafka, concept around Redis and whatnot. There is so many different projects that are actually added, including a WhatsApp system, something like a Netflix like system, a Twitch like system, a lot of AI powered tools. We are going to actually make something like Lovable Clone and whatnot. Do check out the link in the description section below. Get the idea about all the projects that you are going to get and build. This is something that will take you from an absolutely beginner level backend developer to a very advanced level backend engineer altogether. We have received such great testimonies from the last set of batches, and people are actually loving what we have already built, but this time we have made sure that this is bigger and better. So do check out the link in the description section below and use this coupon code to get massive discounts on the current price. And now let's go back to the video. Now, if you want to see some applications of stacks, you must have heard about the recursive call stack, right? The call stack. Okay. Call stack again is a stack, and inside call stack what happens is you push your function calls. I'll show you some more examples on call stack. So let's say let's do one thing. Okay, I'll add some screenshots here. Now, if you have ever used applications like Zomato or any other Android app, okay, cool. So inside your Android applications, iOS application, whatever you are building, whenever you have a screen, so let's say this is the technically home screen of Zomato. Okay. Now, let's say I clicked on this particular restaurant, Theobroma. The moment I will click on it, what will happen is a brand new screen representing the details of Theobroma is going to be added on the top of the home screen. Then let's say in Theobroma, if I click on this eggless Dutch pastry, then this part of the screen is going to be added on the top of it. So in your mobile phones, the screen shuffling that you do, like from one screen you go to another screen, and then can you see you have a back button. This back button does what? This back button actually pops out the screen out of it. This architecture internally is maintained by stacks. So what happens is, let's say you are on page number 1. Let's say you are on the page number 1 of your application. Then on the page number 1, you clicked something. You go to page number 2. Then on page number 2, you clicked something. Another new page comes up. You go to page number 3 and so on. This is kind of like a stack like infrastructure that gets built up. And the moment you click on the back button, that page is actually removed from the call stack. From the stack data structure that it maintains. And to verify this, now I believe a lot of you guys already know that if you want to prepare Android applications and iOS applications, there are different technologies that are available. One of the technologies is Flutter. Using Flutter, you can actually make Android apps, iOS apps, both of the things. Okay. Now in Flutter, if you search for this function, navigate, can you see what's the title? Navigate to a new screen and back. Navigate to a new screen and back. If you see what is the function to navigate on a new screen, let me show you. Navigator.push. When you do navigator.push and you pass this material page route, this page is the brand new screen that gets added on the top of it. Are you able to get this point? Okay. I believe similar APIs exist for React Native, although I have lesser experience with React Native. So React Native, push screen and go back. Moving between screens. So let's see. Okay, so they have a navigate button only. But you can see there is a .go back and everything coming up. So internally, this infrastructure is also kind of like built by your stack data structures altogether. Right? You can see navigation.push. Now here you can see they have a similar kind of an API coming up into the picture. Right? So, and again, multiple technologies might implement this in a different way, but this is a very interesting application of stacks that actually exist behind the scenes.